Hey everyone, thanks so much for tuning in. In today's video we're going to take a look at the Reate Wave. So one of the newer projects out of Reate Knives, and this one is actually a collaborative piece with a designer that I only know as Solo Designer on Instagram. I'll put the link to his profile down below, but didn't really have a lot of time before this video, so I didn't do my normal digging to find out more about him or where he's from. But this is definitely a home run, so his work is good. As to whether or not he did, the CAD or the, those types of renderings, or if he just did the overall design and then, David went in and did all of the, kind of the machine work or the tuning to figure out how to actually make it work, who knows. But, so yeah, the Reate Knives Wave. We'll go through the specs, overall impressions, and details. This one is going to be available quite soon. So just keep your eye open. I know a few places are actually doing pre-orders on this one, which is a first for Reate Knives, I believe, to have someone do pre-orders on them, but it's an exceptional knife, so definitely keep your eyes open. Does ship with their pouch, of course, and then within the pouch, a little branded cloth, a secondary pouch, and then there's some additional hardware. So that's what the knife ships with. Nice presentation as always. But let's get into the specs on this one. I'm going to try to keep this video short and sweet here. So, yeah, kind of their first smaller size build. Quite a few of the Reate fans have been requesting a smaller knife from Reate since the initial Horizon A that was, who knows, maybe close to 2 years now. I forgot to take a look, but anyways, just about a 3.3 inch blade here on this particular one. Handle is about 4.3 inches as well. The cutting edge is about 3.15, and then, my measurements from here to here about 3.25. So right in that perfectly sized EDC knife that without getting too small, at least for my kind of uses and needs here. So blade thickness 0.157 inches thick, so a fairly good kind of thick blade stock there, but has been given a full flat grind, which certainly helps for from a performance standpoint. So overall length is just about 7.6 inches. Blade steel is actually M390, so some really good quality steel on this particular knife. It is a titanium frame lock flipper-on bearings. Weighs in at about 3.76 ounces. And let's see here, thickness in the pocket is just about 0.53 inches, so at the widest portion in the center. Does have some contouring to it, so the edges will be a little bit slimmer than the center, but yeah. Alright, let me just give you a good look at this one. Really nice build, a lot of detail. I think the collaborations with Beg have probably helped them to refine kind of some of this detail work. I know those builds really did push them from a detail standpoint, fit and finish standpoint, but check out the detail on this one. Look at the pocket clip. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Faint mill lines. Alright. So, that should be it for the specs for the most part. Now, this is the version that's going to be released initially. If you look at David's Instagram, there are actually a number of different prototypes. Some had carbon fiber, some had like blackout Damascus, some had Damasteel and Damasteel. So if I were a betting man, I would say there are probably going to be more versions of this down the line with, different materials. This one is, of course, the full titanium version with some really cool inlays here, so yeah. Alright, overall impressions on this one, exceptional. I'm really, really, really happy with the way that this one turned out. They are coming in at $400 street, so fairly expensive knife, but the detail work, the fit and the finish, as we expect from Reate, all really top notch, really, really top notch. So really happy with the way this one turned out. Mine's not even completely broken in yet, so it's still smoothing out. Really nice. Size comparisons. You guys know the ZT-056. Lengthwise, these two are actually kind of neck and neck here, but obviously the width is significantly different here. So hopefully this kind of gives you guys a fairly good idea of what potentially to expect from them. Another one in this size that I am very fond of is the Guardian Tactical Helix Nano. These two are pretty much neck and neck, the exact same size as well. So again, really nice size for small enough to EDC with absolute ease, but still large enough to use very comfortably. So, all right, yeah. Just, yeah. So anyways, really well done. I'm not even sure what I've rambled about here in the overall impressions, but I think this is a higher level of detail than we've seen from Reate Knives thus far, but with the same really consistent fit and finish and flipping action, clean grind lines. Yeah, just one that I think I've really enjoyed carrying this one for the couple of days that I've had it thus far. So, but really impressed with the detail work. Really nice. So anyways, let's get into the specifics. So as I mentioned, M390 blade steel with a full flat grind here, stonewash finish, which I of course do prefer for a user. Almost a nice drop point blade here, plenty of belly. Almost has a Shiro vibe to it with the full flat grind and the blade shape, which is a good thing in my book. Very useful blade here. So does have a little bit of thickness behind the edge. It's not going to be like a Spyderco full flat grind. A little bit thicker blade stock here, but again, going to get really good performance out of it. So there is, of course, the flipper tab with some nice jimping on it. Not really a push down. You can kind of do it. It's more of a light switch where you pull it straight back, and the jimping helps. But really nice action. So ceramic detent, ceramic bearings, of course, so quite smooth. But let's get into the handle where this knife really excels. So kind of a heavy, you've got the mill lines here on the plain titanium with a stone wash. Nice bronze titanium pivot here, Torx heads on both sides, and then you have this really cool inlay, and you guys can see the back of the screws. It's attached from the inside here. You can see one of the screw heads right there. Large degree of skeletonizing to lighten it up, and then they are numbered. This one is number 11 of 500. So, yeah, let's take a look at those inlays though. Look at that detail work. And there's quite a bit of work. The edges, you have a bronze anodized to match like the pivot, which is a nice contrast to the stonewash titanium. And then you have the, it's anodized blue, and then the mill went back over to create the diamond shapes, leaving the rest of like a satin titanium. So really gorgeous. Just a nice level of detail here. Perfectly inset, no gaps. And it does actually provide some traction to the knife, more so than the stonewash titanium does. So pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. And then as you can see, the inlay here, they cut out portions of the lock bar to interact properly with that inlay. And look at the seams here between the lock bar and that inlay, just so tight and clean, really flawless. Minimal gap between right here and here. So, and of course the inlay mirrors the other side. Beautiful backspacer, gear pattern, lots of grip on it, but without being sharp. Lanyard hole. And look at the pocket clip. The screw, so it sits down here in the titanium within a pocket there, and then there's got to be a screw here, but I think it's hidden by the backspacer. You can't see it from inside. So I was trying to figure out where the screw attachment was. I couldn't really find it. That screw back there, that's for the inlay. So anyways, I was just kind of musing at that. But yeah, just a really cool pocket clip. Got some nice texture here. But look how clean that is. So yeah, initially it was pretty tight. It had some trouble getting into my thicker jeans, but after I've carried it for a couple days, it's now got perfect amount of tension. No, you know, it's not making a bunch of noise where it's rattling against the titanium or anything. But beautiful integration. So yeah, just a incredible amount of detail work here. Perfectly centered. Nice action. Lockup is early, probably about 30-40%. Nice kind of chamfering here on the insides to make it really easy to disengage. So this one is fun to fidget with, of course. Anyways, another home run from Reate Knives. You know, the price is up there along with like the Torrent and I don't even remember the other ones now. Maybe the Horizon D, but you know, it's certainly justified by the work in this one. So as you guys can tell, I'm really happy with it. I think solo designer, again, not sure what portions he put into the design here, but turned out quite nice. So really cool stuff. Hopefully David's bringing some of the maybe some of the prototypes to Blade Show. Hopefully those will be up for sale. This in the marble carbon fiber that he showed on Instagram is really exceptional as well. So yeah, here it is, my extra large hand. Can get just enough there to have a really comfortable grip. So yeah, works perfectly for the for my hand size. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed taking a look. Again, a lot of you guys have asked me for this video, so you know, bumped it up in front of a few others just to do this real quick for you guys. Again, they are on pre-order. I know at least at Blade HQ, maybe some other places, but they should be hitting the streets in a couple weeks here. So hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a thumbs up to encourage me to keep going. And subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. So I'll see you guys soon. Take care.